my name is Aarti and I am a psychologist. Today we are going to be exploring the connection between food and culture. As a parent and as many other parents, I ensure that my children eat the best of foods, have access to healthy and nutritional food, which is really high in minerals and nutrients. As parents, we all want to boost our child's immunity, learning, thinking, and memory processes. And we think that the best way to do that is food, which is true. However, I have observed that there is a large segment of parents that believes that exotic apples from Fiji or oranges from Spain or broccoli from where not are probably the best answer to this. But in all honesty, the best kind of food that we can give our child is the food that is culturally compliant, that is locally grown and produced. Because the food that is locally grown is the food that is the best for our metabolism, for our bodies that are adapting to this local environment. So I've always told parents, try to stick to organic, locally available foods that not only help your child become more sound and culturally connected, but they also give them a sense of belonging. And there's a lot of research both in India and abroad which talks about children being more culturally connected to their surroundings through food than anything else. And when our children are connected to our culture and our roots before anything else, it has a predominant effect on their overall development, on how they later are able to be more secure to adapt to other environments and cultures as they grow up. But it always belongs and begins with a strong bonding at home and with a strong bonding with their own culture, which is locally prevalent. So if millets are available in Andhra and Telangana, then please do stick to millets and rice. But try to make sure that it is variable. It's not just rice 3 times a day or 2 times a day, but it can alter between a lot of healthy food options which are locally produced. So try to make sure that, the idli that they have or the dosa that they have need not be viewed as boring options. And in that process, to ensure that our children are eating well, we don't need to create or introduce too many foreign cuisines for younger children. Instead, focusing on what is locally available, whatever it might be, is always a much, much healthier, safer and better option for children. And children at different ages have different sensory palates, which means the kind of food that they would like, the form of the food, the texture of the food will vary. So that means that children just probably need a different kind of mixture when it comes to it. Some children prefer to have their food rough and grounded. That is how their palate takes to it. While some children want their food runny and liquidish rather than proper solid or hard. So try to help your child explore different kinds of textures, but remember that they move on from one texture to another as their sensory needs develop. I see a lot of mothers who carry grinders even on holidays because their children cannot have any other food which is going to have a different texture. But what I suggest is expose them to different kinds of textures from the very beginning. Expose them to different kinds of cuisines and palates, from locally sustainable ingredients again. And that kind of increases their exposure to food, their liking towards food, rather than always ensuring that food is modified according to what they like. They should be given sufficient opportunity to explore what is readily available. So please give your children different kinds of foods which you grew up eating. Idli need not be a bad thing. Idli need not be eaten with ketchup. Idli can very much be had with tomato chutney made at home. And these options are safer options and also better options for your child. The local spices have shown in the American Journal of Public Health and in a lot of Lancet studies as well to promote a high sense of immunity. which in turn increases your herd immunity to a lot of outside viruses and diseases as well. So please focus on these cultural foods as not orthodox or traditional choices, but also look at them as systems which have proven time and again to be right. And the kind of food choices that we expose our children to on a regular basis, if they're talking about going and having ice creams at Baskin Robbins or McDonald's or KFC, please teach children that those, no matter how lucrative, how interesting or tempting might be, they are options which we can always explore, but not on a regular basis. A KFC burger is never going to become a part of your lunch or dinner. That is not safe, that is not right. In fact, that's a very unhealthy choice that we are promoting our children to. Instead, tell children that it's okay to indulge in junk once in a while. It's okay to experience those. But let us not try to change our system of food or our cultural system of having the kind of ingredients that are available to us to become something very Americanized or westernized. So let us also focus on traditional and cultural values which we have grown up with, like sitting together and having dinner or talking while having dinner, focusing on food, but at the same time discussing why this food is actually better than other food choices, what kind of nutrients and vitamins are available in this food, why can this food help boost your immunity, what does it have. So these kind of dinner table discussions are always going to be more healthy emotionally and physically as well for your children. So please sit down, make a nice menu with your children, talk to them about it, make sure that they are involved in the process of choosing, selecting, buying and cooking, and you will be surprised to see the benefits. Thank you.